Hi, I'm Mr. C. Thanks for joining me for this video. And if you like what you see, then consider hitting the subscribe button. And stay tuned to the end of this video for some more information about the over 600 videos I have on my YouTube channel.
Norman, Speak by Carolyn Adderson and Kin Leng. We went to the animal shelter. So many kinds of dogs were there. Brown, black, white, gray, large and small, curly and straight. We looked at each dog in its cage, and each dog looked back. The sad way those dogs looked at us made me want to cry. Mom asked, "Which one?" "All of them," I said. 24 dogs, Dad said. "Okay, let's take the saddest one." But which one was the saddest? It was really hard to tell. This one? That one? "I know how to choose," I said. "Which dog has been here the longest?" I asked the shelter woman. She pointed to a brown and white dog. Where the other dog had tails, this one had a stump. "He was a stray," the woman said. "Someone found him and brought him in. No one knows his real name. Norman is what we call him." "Norman's the one I want," I said. Norman wagged when we opened the cage. He wagged when we left the shelter. First his stump twitched, then his whole rump swung from side to side. His wag was a hula dance of happiness. At home, I tried to teach Norman to do dog things. "Norman, sit," I told him. "Norman, come." "Norman, speak." "Norman," I called. Norman didn't understand a word we said. Whenever we spoke, he tilted his head and stared. Maybe he kept forgetting his name was Norman, or maybe nobody had trained him properly. But after a few days with Norman, we knew the truth. He just wasn't very smart. We loved Norman anyway. "He's so funny," Mom said. "He's so friendly," Dad said. I said, "I don't care that he isn't smart." What I loved best about Norman was his funny brown hula stump wiggle wag dance. He would meet us at the door and wag all around us. Whether we were gone 3 minutes or 3 hours, it didn't matter. Norman danced. One day, a new dog came to the dog park, a black one. Norman did his funny brown hula stump wiggle waggle dance for him. Then Norman and the black dog chased each other until the owner of the black dog called out. The black dog ran straight over to the man, and so did Norman. The black dog sat, and so did Norman. The black dog held out a paw to shake, and so did Norman. The owner gave his dog a treat, and he gave one to Norman too. We went over to the man. He was talking to both dogs, and both dogs were listening. We didn't understand a word he said. Then he turned to us and he asked, "Is this your dog?" "Yes," we said. He laughed. "Your dog understands Chinese. Did you know that?" "Norman, why didn't you say so?" We signed up for Chinese lessons on Saturday mornings in the basement of a church. "We should bring Norman," I said. "We can't bring Norman," Mom said. "Dogs aren't allowed in churches," Dad said. wo shi Wang bosked. The teacher's name was Mrs. Wang. She wouldn't say a word in English. Ni hao, she said. Ni hao, all the kids called back. Wo shi Wang lo shi, Mrs. Wang said. She pointed to each student. Wo shi, Emily, one said. Wo shi, Morris, said another. Mrs. Wang pointed to my dad. He scratched his head and smiled. I don't understand a word you're saying, he said. When the class was over, we lined up at the door. All the kids filed out saying, Shi shi lo shi, to Mrs. Wang. But when I said, Shi shi lo shi, everybody laughed. Mrs. Wang said, You just called me a mouse. Giáo sư, anh hảo, what I need, Norman, gao gì gì? All the way home I practiced Chinese in my head so I could speak to Norman. We came in the door and Norman did his happy hula wag for us. His stump wiggled, his rump swayed. I let him lick my face. But then every Chinese word was gone. Norman, I said, you must be really smart. We didn't feel very smart the next Saturday morning in the basement of the church, or the Saturday after that. All the other kids were smarter. We tried to learn to count san, si. That was as far as we got. We're not very smart, I said. Mum gave me a pat. But we're friendly. And we're funny, Dad said. He threw a paper airplane. It landed on Mrs. Wang's desk. All the kids laughed. Chinese is too hard, he said. I quit. You can't, I said. What about Norman? Mrs. Wang, I said, we have a dog. Gao, dog. We have a Gao. His name is Norman, and he only understands Chinese. He doesn't care that we can't speak it. He loves us anyway, but I'm going to try really hard to learn it. Not me, Dad said. I'm not smart enough. Mrs. Wang said something in Chinese to Dad and shook her finger at him. Then she smiled. More effort, she said. Fewer jokes. I said, Mrs. Wang, could you teach us some words so we can talk to Norman? I can count in Chinese now. I know the days of the week, and at the dog park we call him Gao Lei, and Norman comes. We say Zhu Xie, and Norman sits. He does it every time. Then we say Hello, Norman, and pat his head, because he's a good dog. We say, Woman, I need Norman, because we do. We love Norman. What language does your dog speak? People ask us. Chinese, we say. Chinese? It's so difficult to learn. What a smart dog. He is, we say, but that's not why we love him.
My YouTube channel. I've been a classroom teacher in the public school system for over 27 years now, mainly focusing on young primary students in kindergarten and grade 1. During that teaching time, I've created a website with over 600 videos attached to it. By hitting the subscribe button here, you have an opportunity to access all of those videos. They range everywhere from using Play-Doh to create spelling lessons, to hands-on science experiments, worksheet walkthroughs for math lessons from every math topic you can consider in grade 1, worksheet walkthroughs for all of the theme unit worksheets, videos on social responsibility, art activities, and of course, tons of more books to hear being read. So hit the subscribe button and see you next time.